So hi, today we are interviewing Saion, who has gotten through to a multinational automobile firm. So he'll be telling us about the process, the various processes that was involved in this company's recruitment process, basically. So yeah, Saion, if you can tell us about the whole process, how it went.
Well, it was a one-day process. Before that, our college had already sent across our CVs, and they had shortlisted on their pre-selected criteria, which they hadn't disclosed. Uh, but they obviously came with a marketing and operations combination. They actually wanted that. Once into the process, it was a 3-round process across the day. The first round was a profile based and a normal interview round based out of the CV. The second round was a sales pitch round because it was for a profile of sales and marketing. And the third round was a stress interview round. Getting into the details of the first round, in the first round they actually went through my CV. Well, for me, I would talk about, they went through my CV, crossed across my profile, and whilst I had a work ex in of 2 years in B2B segment, they were asking about that and location constraints and how about I went about my work and the business, entire kind of thing. So, and they were trying to relate it to their kind of work. After that, they asked few of my other life projects and the club committees I am into, and well, these come into handy if you are able to establish them, how you can work as a team player and how you can work in stress management and team motivating and leadership kind of roles. This can be helpful in those kind of things. Apart from the work ex and your also try to put across your summer internship as a in whatever company you have been doing or whatever domain you have been doing. Try to put it as a strength, because if they feel, or if you feel that if you have not done the summer internship in a proper way, they may think that you are not maybe capable of working well. Well, that was about the first round. Then it was all rounds and knockout rounds. They knocked out few people. Then into the second round. The second round was a standard sales pitch round. Then they were giving each of the candidates a different product, and they were asked just 2 minutes before going into the room, and they were asked to pitch it. For me, it was Samsung phones, and for first, they didn't give me any specifications. They tell you can openly pitch. Well, I pitched the Samsung Note, the latest version. Well, and then they said they had a budget constraint, and then I came into a 20,000 phone, which I put across with a different variant. This you should be able to do, and they actually gauge your applicability, your reasonability, and how good you are able to put across the product and the total entire interface and how interactive you are. The third round was a stress interview round. They will pull across the forms or your CV, small things. For me, everything was perfect. A little bit of my photograph was, I was only wearing a shirt, and they picked up from that. They were trying to grill you. The only also one thing that happened with me and not with any of the other interviewees who were actually giving, they played a rapid fire round with me of GK, and this actually helped. I was able to qualify that because I was keeping up to date with the news and a few other things. So read books, read newspapers, keep up to date with the GK. Anytime it may come in handy. It came handy for me as well. That was one thing. Also, they will grill you into other things. And stress interview, as you may search and you may read about it, it's all about keeping your patience, keeping your cool, and answering coolly. That was the 3 rounds, and after that, they came out with the results.
Great. And if you could tell us that this probably you may have given a lot of interviews, at least a few interviews before this company. And so if you could tell us what were those things, if you may have realized that probably didn't work in favor before this company, and probably what was the key thing that made that helped you bag this interview basically.
First thing, you grow with experience. For few lucky ones, it may be the first interview and you may get in through. Yes, good luck to all those people. But those people who have not made it in the first couple of interviews or a few interviews, learn and pick up from each of your mistakes, be it in the GD, be it in the interview. I was not selected in a couple of interviews. I later found out because companies come in with a set profile and a set, because they have to be matching. I appeared in a few FMCG companies, but I had an engineering background. My work ex was into technical sales and marketing, so I was not the right fit. I was kept in wait list. But with this company, they were a manufacturing company, they are a heavy engineering company with an engineering background, and I have the same kind of background, and this kind of matched with the kind of profile they were looking into. Also, with my prior experience of B2B, this gave me an edge. But having a work ex doesn't guarantee you the job. You have to use it as a trump card to ace. It should be the icing on the cake, not the entire cake. You should have certain quality. Also, the answers you speak of the, suppose for a particular question, like will you be, what kind of situation, they give you situation, what kind of selling will you do, or how will you convince the customer. If it's a B2B kind of company, it's an engineering kind of company, you should be able to convince, you will be able to convince in a technical manner. If it's a FMCG kind of company, you should be able to talk about the sales, the kind of volume that you will be providing, the benefits you should be providing, the discounts you will be providing with that, those kind of things that you should be able to convey. So you curtail and customize your answers and way of presentation according to the type of company. Also, if possible, although the set CV format doesn't allow that much, but if you have the option and if you have the capability, do try and modify your CV a bit, portraying particular live projects if you have done relevant to that company, or portraying any kind of projects in the college if you have done other kind of projects, or any kind of your club committee related work or events. Putting in everything doesn't give you that or highlight your skills. Try to customize a bit according to the company and the industry that you think that will be capable. That is one thing I actually have learned.
Great. I think that sums about all the advice that Saion could have given us. So we'd like to thank Saion at this moment, and a lot of emphasis given on a few key points. As to one thing new that novel that we heard today was how do we customize our resumes for the kind of company that we're about to face,
Sure.
and how that could actually prove beneficial to our advantage. Thank you so much, Saion, for all.